If after the last video, you found yourself saying, wow, that's a lot of reskins. I didn't realize there were this many reskins in Raid. Buckle up. Is it keep getting blurry or is that just me? I want it to not do that. Can you not get blurry? Shout out to everybody in the stream over at twitch.tv/JGigs the other night that helped me put together this list. There is a monstrous amount of epic skin reskins. We are not going to get through them. This is going to be a two-parter. This is going to be a two-parter video. We're going to do what we can here and try to keep it reasonable. But we've got to chug along. You know, and we did our legendaries. If you haven't seen that, I'll card to it right above me. And yeah, we're going to chug along. I've got my Peach Gem Beam. I've never had it. This will be my first time trying it. You guys get to see that live too. It's no crown apple, but it'll do. It'll do. That'll do. Okay, so real quick before we get into it, shameless plug of the day. I want to shout out Dragon Champions really quick. I've been playing a ridiculous amount of Dragon Champions. It is the #2 game in my rotation. Every day when I get up, I come in here and I make my Free to Succeed video. And then the next thing I do is load Dragon Champions and get my dailies rolling and my raids and all that. It has come such a long way since it first came out. So even if you tried it when it was first buzzing early last year, whenever it was, it's come such a long way graphically, gameplay. Really impressed with the developers and where they're taking the game. So in the pinned comment, I'll put a link for Dragon Champions, and here's a quick little clip on how to use my promo code. It'll get you a $10 goodie pack, and that's it. If you're looking for another game to add to the rotation, check out Dragon Champs. Here's this quick little clip, and then we're getting to it. So up in the top right, you've got the settings cog. You'll click it. You'll go in and go use promo code DJRNG in the blank. Be sure and do this before you're level 15 or it won't work. And you'll get this little $10 goodie bag of some champ frags, Dre coins, gold, energy, all kinds of fun stuff. Enjoy. Okay, so let's get this ball rolling. Again, keep in mind, I can't see the full body images of the champs. I'm doing that afterward in editing. So I'm going to be doing my best to recall what the full skin looks like. But first on the list, we've got Adriel, Chaplain, and Mother Superior. So we've got... Here's the deal. I like the Mother Superior variation to this one. But three of them, and two of them, you did almost nothing. You know what I mean? There's three of them. One of them you killed. Mother Superior looks killer. But Adriel and Chaplain, I don't know. That's a D tier. One, because there's three. And two, because you made the rare look... You made Mother Superior look so cool. Chaplain might be a rare. You made Mother Superior look so cool. And the other two were like, meh. You know what I mean? Not digging it. Also, spoiler... No spoiler alert. We'll just keep it going. Next, we've got Aina, and what's her name? Suai, Firstborn. Man, recalling all these names might even be a challenge. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. I'm not really impressed with this one either. One of them's a void epic. The other one's a regular epic. I think they changed the hair color. I don't think there were very many differences to note here. I'm not. And one of them's a void. You lose points for that. I don't know. I feel like there wasn't much effort or thought put into it. I think we've got to go F tier there. Next, we've got Allure and Diabolist. See, you've got a farmable rare looking like an epic. You know what I mean? Arguably better, I don't know. I kind of dig the blue. As far as a skin goes, it's a great skin. Can I knock them for farmable rare being a reskin? We're talking early stuff. I'm not opposed to them using models, reusing models. I don't know, man. We'll give it a D. I just don't feel like there was much. I don't think there was a lot of effort. You know what? I just don't think there was much to it. I don't think there was much to it. Okay, moving right along. We've got Azur, Mermadon, and Chevalier, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's who we're thinking of here. Again, it's like you took that rare, that void rare, and you did some. I don't know. Let's think about this. Let's look at these skins. Let me try to recall these skins, I should say. I guess it's not bad. What do we have? A void epic, a rare, and a void rare. They put some detail. There's some detail. I can give that C. I think that's C worthy. I don't think that's too bad. There's 3 of them, which, you know, but I think they did a decent job of mixing up the detail. They're distinguishable from one another. You know what I mean? It's not like Adriel and Chaplain. I think that's Chaplain. I hope I'm right there. Where it's like red and blue. You know what I mean? Like there's some detail. They went into some detail on those skins. I can live with that. I could be okay with that. I can go C tier. Why does it keep doing this? I want that to be 2 different words. You fat little rat bastard. All right. Bonekeeper, Shaman, and Seer. You know, I feel like there was so much. By the way, I don't know if I've said it. This is real. That's from a real ad that I saw recently. I got a whole nother video planned on ads I'm seeing for Raid. That's real. That's in a real video. I don't know if I've said that already. Where'd that come from? We'll talk about it later. I feel like there were so many opportunities to do more different with this reskin. I just don't feel like there was much done. And there's 3 of them. I don't think it's as good as the Azur Mermadon trio. I don't. I think it's I think it's on par. I think Bonekeeper stands out a little bit, but I don't think it's enough. I think it's a D. I think it's D tier. Next up, we've got Maw and Gator. Oh, it's not good. It's not a good reskin. It's just not. They are lizard men. I'm okay with some of the lizard men looking the same. It's lizards. You know what I mean? But I feel like D tier seems to be our baseline here. I don't want everything to go D tier. I see there's a little bit of variation here. I think I could probably swing a C for this. I don't know. I don't. The thing is, we're not going to get around rares and epics. You know what I mean? We're not going to get around it. Like them being reskinned. I'm going to have to get over that to some degree. I give it a D. I gotta give it a D. I'm not into it. Now, Cagebreaker and Towering Titan, I think is pretty decent, actually. I don't think it's so bad. There's some good variation here. There's quite a few details that are different in these two. I don't think this one's bad. As far as reskins go, it's definitely C. I'm considering B. I think I like B. I think B for this one. I feel pretty good about B. Canoness and Hope. You know that, I mean, they did change the hairstyle a bit. There's that, to their credit. They did change the hairstyle a bit. I don't know if there's much else. I don't know if there's much else. I mean, it's fairly similar skin. Again, it's Sacred Order. It's not unthinkable. They did bother to change the hairstyle. I think I can give them a C. Someone was looking at it and went, we could at least change the hairstyle. You know what I mean? I can give them a C for that. C for effort. Catacomb Counselor and Zealota. My problem with this reskin is that it's such a unique looking skin. I feel like this is not an example of where you would have another one that looks just like it. You know what I mean? This one feels more like a cop-out to me. I don't like this one at all. D tier. Coffin Smasher and Bergoth, I think is his name, right? Am I right? This is not a bad reskin at all. This is not a bad reskin at all. I really like this one. I think that they did a good job. If you're using the same model, the Epic has some much cooler detail. The green smoke and the glow in his eyes. I don't know, I just get a sharper vibe. I think this is a well executed reskin. I think it's really good. I think it's really good as far as reskins go. There was more time spent, right? They didn't change colors and move on. There was more time spent differentiating the skin, I feel like. So it's at least B. At least B. I'm considering A. As far as reskins go, I kind of feel like I want to give it an A. That might cause some controversy. It won't be the last time in the Epic Reskin tier list that we have some controversy. Rest assured, it's coming. Dark Elhane and Elhane. Now this is an interesting one. Because on one hand, you could say, well, they just took one of the starters and made a zombie version of it. You know what I mean? On the other hand, it's a good reskin. It's a really good reskin. And if we're playing along with the Epic version of all the starters thing, did I not get Aethel? I didn't get Aethel. Dark Aethel and Aethel. How did we miss that one? Well, it's A tier. It's A tier. I think it's a good reskin. I think probably all of that one, and the Dark Aethel reskin, I think I'd probably put A tier. I think if we're gonna play along with that idea, I'm not ranking the idea of we got Ultimate Gallic and then we got Dark Aethel and then we got Dark Elaine. I'm not rating the laziness of that. I'm just rating the reskin, and I think if as far as reskins go, it's great. So it's A tier. That's my logic behind that. Dark Aethel and Aethel would be next to that. I don't know how I didn't grab those, but they're there as well. Moving on. Deathless, Crimson Slayer, Crimson Slayer, and Renegade. I'm not into this one at all. You use the same skin 3... Oh. I feel like I want to not be into it, but then I feel like it compares fairly well to the Azur Mermadon Chevalier one. I feel like it's basically the same thing. They did change quite a few of the details. I guess I gotta give it a C tier, but for some reason I don't like it as much. But if we're gonna be consistent, if we're gonna be taken seriously in the raid community as a tier list maker, then I've got to be objectively correct. Do you understand? Because we all know that what's on a tier list... I should probably not go down that rabbit hole. All right, next up we've got Doom Priest and Magus. Yeah. I'll give it a C. It feels C-worthy. I think it feels... I mean, it's pretty different. It's a pretty different skin. Here's the question. Is it as different as Towering Titan and Cagebreaker? I think maybe. No, I don't think maybe. I think there are details that are different in those two that I just don't see. I think C tier. C tier for these two is where I think we're at. Aranez, Nazana, and Marquez, I think is who we're looking at here. Again, I feel like we're in the same situation that we're in the same hole. I don't actually. No, I take that back. Are we talking details or are we talking colors? It kind of looks like we're talking details. I feel like that's a decent C. I'm not loving how many of the threes, the sets of 3, are ending up in the C tier. But as far as the difference in the skins, it's there. You know, it's not like one's green, one's red, one's blue. There's detail differences. Someone spent some time. I think C is okay, even though there's 3. I think that's pretty reasonable. Flesh Terror and Ripper, I believe, is who these twos are. I really like this skin. I think it has some of the sharpest detail. If you go look at Flesh Terror, I believe is the one with the green. As far as like sharp detail goes on a skin in this game, it doesn't get much sharper. Like, I don't know why his is so refined compared to a lot of the other skins. Whereas someone like Lich or a Riding Mage, I think Lich primarily. If you go look at Lich or Jaeger, they're so unrendered, it's crazy. And then you've got Flesh Terror, whose details are so sharp. So I really like the skin. As far as the reskin goes, though, you changed like the accent color. You know, you did very little. I think we got to go F tier. You didn't do anything at all. It changed the accent color slightly. It's still in the same like eighth of the color wheel. You know what I mean? You didn't even really vary it that much. It's F tier. That's not. You got to do better. You got to do better. Galcut and what's his name? Roughstone. Both relatively new champs, right? How long has Galcut been around? He wasn't one of the original champs, was he? I like the skin a lot, but I think they took the goldish brown and they made it black. F. You gotta do more. You can't. I know it's a cool looking skin. You gotta do more than that. Gorg and Mausoleum Mage. When I first saw this, when Mage first came out, I saw it and thought, yellow Gorg, terrible, lazy. The more that I've looked at these two skins, the more that I see some differences. The more like subtle differences I see. I think it's still clearly a Gorg reskin. There's no real debate there. Are the details enough? You know what I mean? I guess it's at least as good as Canoness and Hope. It's at least that good. Right? Face paint's clearly different. I believe the weapons are different. Again, I can't see full skins right now. If I remember correctly, Mage has different weapons in his hand than Gorg does. To some degree. I think it's at least as good as those two. I can't remember these two chicks' names for the life of me. Hellgazer and Malbranch. I feel like we're talking color scheme changes here. It's D at best, I think. I mean, it's like color scheme with some detail is why I'm saying D. And yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Now, here, we've got Hexia and Corpse Collector. This is among the better epic reskins, in my opinion. If you look at them, their models are doing different things. Hexia is floating, and I think a Corpse Collector, I hope I'm saying that. I hope that's her name. I hope I'm remembering that right. She's standing. So at first glance, it didn't. At real quick first glance, they didn't occur. But you look at them, it is the same skin. They've got the same like long fingers and the same things going on. It is the same model, but they're doing different things, and they're very different in design. Very different in design. I think if we're talking about reskins, I believe we have our first S tier, and in the legendary one, there were not going to be S tiers, and I stand by it. There shouldn't be legendary reskins. Epics, there's room for discussion about reskins. I think they're a little more welcome the lower the rarity. And I think if you're going to do an epic reskin, that's the way you do it. Those are very different looking champions. Their models are doing different things. I believe we have our first S tier, folks. Which is interesting that these are positioned in this way, because this is another one. Hear me out. I was convinced of this one in the stream. Husk and Caden. And when it was said to me, I was like, what? It's the same model. It's a reskin. And if you're gonna do a reskin, that's the way to do it. Different factions, completely different vibes. There was no color changing. That's you loaded up the same model and you built a new character on it. That's S tier. That's how you do a reskin if you're gonna do it. S tier. And I think that's probably where we wrap up part 1. Because I don't want this to be an hour-long video. And I feel like I need to split this up into parts. So we're gonna split this up. So this is part 1. I'm interested to know what you guys think so far. In part 2, we will finish the rest of this list. We still have quite a few down here. But in part 2, we will finish the list. I'm interested in the feedback. We have a couple of S tiers. That's game changing. We're changing things. We're mixing it up. We have no absolute garbage so far, which is also kind of interesting to me. I don't know that I would have anticipated that. Maybe I'm being too generous. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to let me know. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys watching part 1. I'll get part 2 up soon. I'm having a blast with this. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in part 2.